Hey family, peace and love to you all. Hello to my queens, hello to my kings, my brothers and sisters. Thank you for checking me out. I'm out here waiting for my queen to get out of school. She's a little car rider. But I decided to do a video real quick. Many of you family, when you write me, you're always, talking about how you want clarity in your life. You're seeking answers. And even though your sister can, help you as far as you're seeking the clarity, those questions, that you're seeking, as far as wanting answers to those questions. Yes, I can help you, but please know we all have the gift that is within us, okay? I'm no better than you. Everybody just at different levels spiritually, okay? Some of you are not spiritual at all, some of you just happen to come across, my videos, and please know there are no coincidences. And the way I see it, maybe it's time that you do get spiritual. Maybe it's time that you start, looking within yourself, shall I say. You're doing too much of, looking outside of yourself. And that's somebody who's pretty much, looking in the box, shall I say. It's time for you to, come out of that box, shall I say. Remove fear and just get to that place of being more open-minded, okay? Be more open-minded and having a more listening ear. So if you happen to be checking me out by chance, I welcome you and I thank you. And hold on. All right, sorry, I got a little distracted. So basically, for many of you, let me just go back a minute. Because, I'm always talking about spiritual awakening and my experiences based on my experience, my testimony, because that's all I know. When I'm speaking, I'm never speaking from others' point of view. I'm always speaking from my experiences, okay? Because I know you will resonate truth with it, because it is my truth. It is my experience. And one thing that I did not know, starting off with this awakening, I thought that once a person come into the spiritual awakening, all of a sudden, they are psychic, shall I say. They have these gifts. But you know what, family? A lot of our gifts we were born with, okay? They were just dormanted. And sometimes when you have a spiritual awakening, it's like a aha moment, It's like their DNA has been like awakened, shall I say. And as far as I'm concerned, we are all gifted, okay? We are all gifted, okay? There are no little yous and bigger me's, and you get what I'm going with this, I don't see myself no higher or any better than anyone. I just exercise my gifts and what I know, as far as coming from a place of what I sense within, and I share it. Maybe not everything, but I share those nuggets that I feel that can really be a blessing to you if you apply them, and have a listening ear. So with that being said, as far as I'm concerned, we all have the gift that is within us. It's just a matter of mastering ourselves. Sorry about that. It's a matter of mastering ourselves and having an open mind, all right? And most importantly, remove fear, because I had to, okay? I had to, because, it's that Pandora's box, that one that we're scared to open. It's the unknown, dealing with the unknown. But of course, once you learn to, remove fear, which is number one, and let love be your guide, and always surround yourself with light, have no fear. What I'm saying? Fear is pretty much an illusion, and, it lowers your vibration, and it pretty much, you attract more of that which you don't want, okay? When your vibration is lowered. I mean, you want to attract good things, positive things, all right? And like I said, your mind, your mind and your heart, you need to line up. But anyway, let me just say this real quick, family. For many of you who are seeking clarity and who is not seeking clarity, okay? I'm seeking clarity every day, okay? Every day, I'm like, okay, what does my higher self, is trying to convey to me today? What is it I need to know for my highest good? Every day, I'm going in prayer. Every day I am meditating, okay? And I'm having some awesome, beautiful experiences, okay? But they are my experience, all right? You're gonna have to get to that place of having your own experiences, family, and you will, okay? In due time, you will. But let me just say this real quick. For many of you who are seeking clarity and you have an open mind, I told you when I meditate, I hold crystals, right? Now, this is also one form of an exercise that you can do to receive clarity as well, okay? I like crystals. They're awesome tools. Like I said, when I'm holding them and meditating. Also, you can use these crystals, like this one I have right here. It's like a pendulum crystal, a quartz pendulum crystal, as you see. I have one right here, all right? And I pretty much get my crystals from Amazon. I have a couple of them. And, this one is an awesome tool, okay, for you to use if you want to get answers from within, meaning from your higher self. Your higher self is connected to source, all right? That's the real you, okay? And, for some of us, it's kind of hard for us to connect with our higher self. You're just not there yet as far as, hearing from your higher self, seeing your higher self. I want to share something else with you too, but I get to that in a minute real quick. But let me just say this real quick. And also, like I said, some of you don't hear from your higher self and some of you don't see your higher self. I'm more of a seer, so my higher self show me things through images, shall I say, as well as I see my higher self. And before I accept any kind of answers, that I'm expecting out of my higher self, I like to see my higher self first. When I close my eyes, I like to see my higher self first. If I don't see my higher self, that's me. I don't ask the questions, because you have to realize when it comes to the spirit realm, you are dealing with, familiar spirits, and a lot of the spirits are your guides, and they are for your good. They can't wait until you call on their name. If you know their name, they can't wait until you call for their assistance, as well as your angels. But however it's set up, many of them are not going to come to your beck and call if you don't call on them, all right? We all have free will down here, and they're just not going to do it. It just pretty much, you have to be in that place of being open. And we all have that energy signature, that even that color and all of that, and our vibration speaks for itself. Your vibration let your guides and your angels, it let them know that you're ready, shall I say. You're ready to receive, you're ready to communicate, shall I say. I mean, they're not there to promote fear or put fear in you, because God's not giving us the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and sound mind. They want you exercising in that, okay? I just want to throw that out there, okay? So if many of you are not seeing your higher self or even your guides or whatever, as far as through your spiritual eyes, if your spiritual eyes are awakened, if you're not seeing them, you need to be open to see them, and they will know when you're ready, when you are showing that on the inside, shall I say, as within, so without. They have to see that you're ready, okay? And your vibration alone will let them know that you're ready, okay? Let me just say that. But for those of you who are not seeing nor hearing, all right, from your guides, okay, or your angels, this is one way that will give you, that is an awesome tool for you to be able to communicate with your guides or your angels. And what I mean by that is, we are all energy beings, all right? We're all energy, okay? And by us being connected with our higher self, that energy, I call it chi energy. That's just me. But anyway, that energy, well, I'm going really to another topic, so I'm gonna leave the chi energy alone for right now. I'm going to talk about the energy that builds up in your body, but that's for a whole nother video. But anyway, that energy that we are because we are spiritual beings, all right? This is coming from our higher self, all right? This is coming from our higher self. And one way that it helps us to communicate with it, all right, if we use a tool like this, which is a crystal, okay? It can be any kind of crystal. I like to use my quartz crystal, all right? But it can be any kind of crystal as long as it's on a pendulum. A chain pendulum, all right? Okay, it's time for me to go ahead and end this video real quick. But let me just say this real quick. anytime you get a crystal, all right, always bless your crystals first. Bless them. And if you can, put it out in the sun. Let the sun hit it for that day, all right? All right, let the sun hit your crystal, okay? I did a video about this a while back, so you're welcome to check that video out. But always bless your crystal and put your intentions on your crystal first, all right? That's any crystal you get before you start to use it. Set your intentions on and put your energy on your crystal first. But anyway, when you get it, give it a command as far as, hold on, family. Give your crystal a command, all right? Hold on. Okay, give your crystal a command as far as, hold on. I told it to stop. I said it in my head. Give your crystal a command, and for instance, say in your head, give me a sign for yes. And for me, yes is back and forth, and this is what it looks like. Stop. Then give your crystal a sign for no, which is side to side. Also, give your crystal a command for you don't need to know. For your highest good at this time, you don't need to know. And that would be, for me, I like this right here. I tell it to swing for me. All right, so these are some steps, family, that you can do as far as like trying to receive clarity from within. You know, like I said, if you're somebody who's not seeing your higher self or hearing from within, I'm going to make this a 2-part. So, you know, after a while, I'm going to end this video and then I do a 2-part and I combine both of them. Real quick, for me, I'm someone, not only am I a seer, but lately, you know what, I'm going to tell you something. Lately, since we had that eclipse, right, on the 31st, you know, I probably say the couple of days leading up to it, I've been hearing no voices. No, I don't hear no voices, but I've been hearing like tapping in my ear, and it sounds like Morse code. Like, it sounds like Morse code. I don't know Morse code at all. But lately, my higher self has been communicating with me through Morse codes. I would go in a quiet place, and my intention is to hear from my higher self. Because that's what I've been saying lately. That's why I want to hear you. Lately, I've been pretty much, you know, seeing, but I want to hear, you know. And I ask a question, and I say, but yes, you know, give me a sign in my right ear, and for no, you know, let that be a sign for in my left ear. And all of a sudden, I just hear like this tapping sound, like with my eardrums, like, you know, in my ear, I can hear this little tapping sound. And it sounds like, to me, like Morse code. I kid you not. And I've been doing this, you know, for a while, you know, I'm saying practicing because I've been exercising it, you know, lately. And it's just wonderful, you know. I'm definitely, you know, communicating with my higher self by hearing inside my ear these sounds that it gives me for yes and no as well. So I think that's kind of interesting too. If you're someone who don't want to be bothered with crystals, you know, it's just a tool, family. It's nothing, you know, to be afraid about using crystals. They are just tools, all right? But if you don't want to go that route, try, you know, that method, you know. Set your intentions and let your higher self know that you want to communicate with it, and for it to give you that it would give you an example for it will give you a sound in your ear, in your right ear for yes, and in your left ear for no. And just ask a question, you know, ask a question that you want like yes or no to, and just sit real quiet, get still, and just see what happens, you know. But I just thought that was so interesting, family. I'm like, wow, I'm hearing like Morse codes, you know, because sometimes at night I be lying down, you know, on my side, and I wake up middle of the night, and that tapping just be going away. and I'm hearing this in my ear, I just think that's just awesome. And I know I'm not the only one. So if any of you are hearing this, yeah, that's your higher self communicating with you, all right? But I'm going to end this call real quick. I mean, not call, but I'm getting ready to end this real quick. But I will be making a second part, all right? So this, like I said, this is one method that you can use as far as communicating with your higher self, seeking answers as far as clarity, all right? And I got mine at Amazon. So just go on Amazon, just type in, crystals, all right? They all pops up, all right? Because they got all kind of palm crystals, you name it. You name it, they have it. All right, bye. So as you see, I had to do a quick part 2. Many of you are kind of like in a rut, shall I say, at a standstill, and I get that. I can relate to that. And a lot of times when we're not, feeling creative as we should be, speaking from my own self, a lot of times it's when I'm not in line as far as me feeling, that self-love I should be feeling about myself. Just feeling a little out of place, can't seem to connect like I would like to. Like I said, a lot of time it's just due to, not being focused and lack of self-love as well. And please know, love is the key of all things. Love helps you to get focused, as well as self-love helps you to be more creatively. It helps you to be more creative, to where you're not so much looking outside of yourself, worried about what everybody else is doing. You're pretty much doing you, and you're letting it flow, as within, so without. And it shows, people can see it in you. They can see your confidence, and they see that love that you have for yourself. You just being a very creative, individual, and you're doing you're doing your thing. So yeah, I just had to put that out there, because I sense in my being, some of you are kind of like in that rut, that standstill. But it's time for you to come out of that rut, okay? It's time for you to come out of that rut. We all been there. Sometimes we even go back there sometimes. But, it's one thing to be there, but you don't have to stay there, kind of get back into, meditating on love, self-love, self-forgiveness. And let love be your guide and love your focus. And you'd be surprised how you'll snap back and start being more creative and start having new ideas, and it gets you to that place where you you're thinking more out the box instead of in the box. So I just want to throw that out there to anyone who has a listening ear, because I know how that can be. But like I said, and I'm only bringing this up because many of you, like I said, you have questions, and you want answers to your questions, and that still voice is there. But like I said, you gotta get quiet enough to hear that still voice, whether it be a voice or just that unction from within, but one still must get quiet. And if you're someone who's not seeing your higher self, you can, receive answers from your higher self, by practicing what I mentioned earlier in that first video about, asking for a sign, as far as, yes, as far as you receiving a sign in your right ear, and no, as far as you receiving a sign in your left ear. And what that can mean for you, I don't know, but I know for me, I don't hear voices, no, but I do hear tapping sounds. It's kind of like that sound many of you know when your third eye started to awaken. You was hearing those thump sounds inside your head. It's like, it's hard for me to describe. It's so like this, but you would like feel that pressure and that thump sound in your head when your third eye started to awaken. Well, sort of similar, for me, I would hear something like that in my ear, okay? And it's amazing, because this just didn't happen overnight. I started hearing, these sounds like a couple of days leading up to the eclipse, all right? And we know, just due to the fact of this eclipse alone, it's bringing in a lot of strong energy for the most part. But what it means for you is what it means for you. Those energies means a whole lot of different things for a whole lot of different people. So don't worry about what other people are experiencing and going through. You worry about what those energy means for you. Okay, and you would know that based on your moods and how you was feeling that day. But I will say this, because this is on my heart as well. Please be mindful of crowded places. Okay, I'm just saying that not to pump no fear, but this is just in my heart. For some reason, it's a lot of rituals that be going on during these times, and you just want to be mindful of being safe and always surround yourself with light. So please be mindful of crowded places. Okay, family, I just want to throw that at you. Not telling you to be someone that stays home all the time, but just be mindful of your circle and not to be in a place with a whole lot of crowds. All right, definitely this month and these past couple of months ahead. I would say these 90 days, just be cautious of crowds. Okay, that's all I want to say on that. But many of you get where I'm going with this. Just be mindful of that. How the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay, they love to get you in crowds. Okay, so that's all I want to say on that. But getting back to you, receiving those answers for yourself. Like I said, as far as you setting your attention when you meditate or just getting in that quiet place. Okay, you don't have to be meditation. Just get in a quiet place. And you can use this method. Like I said a while back, I would be asleep and it would wake me up because I'll be hearing these thumping sounds that sound like Morse codes, while I'm asleep. So basically, my guides, my angels will be trying to get my attention even when I'm asleep. I'm waking up and I'm hearing this in my ear. It's like I'm hearing a thumping on my pillow, but it's in my ear. It's crazy. It's like my eardrum are just tapping away. But I'm sure many of you can relate to that. I just want to bring it back up to let you know you ain't crazy. The spirit has a way of, connecting with you and getting your attention in the most weird, craziest ways. But the main thing, is getting your attention. I'm sure many of you have your own stories. But like I say, that's one method. And, if many of you have no issues with, crystals, please feel free, order your crystal. And like I stated in the first, video that I did starting out, the first part of my video, shall I say, definitely, bless your crystals and set your intentions on your crystal and get you one of those pendulum type of crystal, which is what I have. I don't know what I did with it. I've had this one for a while now. I think maybe 2 years now, maybe 2 years or less. I have more than one. Okay, let me just say that. And I've been able to master myself to even set my intentions to move this pendulum the way I want it to move. Okay, it's me pretty much operating in my chi energy, pretty much me operating with my higher self, which is energy anyway. We are spiritual beings, and I can move this willingly anyway with my own energy. But if you're someone that can do this also, be mindful when you're trying to seek answers from your higher self only. Just pretty much, have like a blank. Get your mind to its blank, shall I say. Get it blank. And for me, I focus on love, 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 love. I'd be like saying it in my head to make sure it's not me, trying to move this, because I can move it, okay? I can move it on my own, but, by me wanting clarity, I have to clear my mind to make sure, it's not me that's moving this, that it's my higher self taking over, pretty much getting out of my own way, shall I say, especially if I want clarity. So I'm just saying this is an awesome tool. Like I said, for yes, let it be this way, and then ask to give you a sign for no first. for no and yes, and no swings this way. Now some people know yes swings this way. You know, when you get your crystal, it will let you know the way it's going to swing. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now. Just ask for a sign for yes. It might swing this way or it might swing this way, but whatever way it swings, that's the sign that it's giving you for yes or no. Okay, so keep that in mind. And like I said, always, you know, keep your thoughts on love, because that's what I do. And before you do this kind of exercise, always surround yourself with light, because you don't want the wrong kind of negative interference coming in that's not for your highest good. You know, that will tell you what you want to hear. Okay, you want to definitely receive those answers that are for your highest good, and be willing to hear no. You know, even though you want to hear yes, be willing to hear no. Okay, because sometimes the answer is no. Okay, so you have to accept that. Well, really, you don't have to accept it. It's up to you if you want to, you know, accept it or not. But it's pretty much like, you know, your enemy telling you to go to the right, but you go to the left. You're still doing, you know, you're exercising in your own free will, but, you know, you're not listening to the inner man that's tugging at you. So it's pretty much the same thing. You know, you either pay attention to what, you know, your higher self or the spirit is trying to convey to you, or you don't, you know. So, I just wanted to throw that at you because this tool can help. I want many of you to be more empowered and start looking outside of yourself. This is one tool that can give you a little insight of, is this video that I should be watching? Your higher self, what's the best for you, because it is you, all right? And it's trying to get you to that level so you can tap into source. So you can get to that place also to where you won't even need one of these. You know, you can be like me to meditate and open up on the inside to where you light up on the inside and you are connecting with source. Okay? Everybody cannot go within themselves and just connect with source. I mean, some people, you know, they just in colors only. Some people, you know, well, let me say this real quick. Let me just say this real quick. But for the most part, we all are spiritual beings, and when it comes to consciousness, we all are part of each other. Let me just say that, okay? I don't want to make it sound like, you know, little me's and bigger you's, and you know, you get what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, from spirit to spirit, we are all connected, okay, consciously. And I just want many of you to get to that place up to where you lighten up on the inside, to where you can see your higher self and communicate with your higher self. And even if, for whatever reason, you're still not seeing your higher self, you know, you're seeing your guides, you know, because I'm definitely seeing my guides, and they look something awesome. They look something awesome, and a lot of them don't even look human, you know, because of my old soul, I go back, you know, but a lot of my guides, you know, they look very ancient looking and very handsome too, shall I say, you know, gold teeth and all of that. But, you know, for the most part, whether you sing them or not, you know, get to that place of practicing, you know, hearing. You know, the main thing, you want to make contact. That's the main thing, so you can receive clarity, okay, family? So I hope this you know, video being a little informative to you. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of ways of connecting, okay? Connecting with source, because we're in these physical planes. All right, family, my little queen is starting to interrupt mommy, so it's definitely time for me to end this video. But like I said, I just wanted to give many of you just, you know, some tools of ways that you can connect with source, you know, whether it's seeing, all right, or just hearing. You know, if you keep seeking, so shall you find, all right? Because this power is within all of us. We're all on different spiritual levels, but it is possible, okay? It is possible. Please. Please know that. Peace and love to you all, and thank you for checking your sister out. And let me just say this real quick before I end this video. Please be mindful of what you're watching, what's going inside here, or what you're listening to, because many of you, your spiritual eyes are going to awaken in a time you think not. And watching certain movies, killing movies, you know, a lot of horror movies, it can affect you inwardly, because many of you operate in fear. You know, it's an illusion when you go to yourself That's what you're seeing for the most part, a whole lot of illusions. And you don't want those illusions pretty much if you've seen a whole lot of the negative movies that you've been checking out. You know what I'm saying? Because it will be reflected back at you. Please know that. So please be mindful of keeping your temple clean and watch what's going on in your inwardly. Alright? Alright. That's my cue to eat the lead. Alright, till next week.